Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is David. You're watching the #1 channel in crypto. Smash the like before we hop into the video because it helps us get out to more viewers. In the next couple months, we're going to see most likely a top form in the cryptocurrency cycle. We're in the 4th year and we're heading into the 4th quarter here. Now, what we're seeing with Bitcoin play out is last video, I told you guys, going into the Fed rate cut decision that is happening tomorrow, September 17th, 2025, Fed Chair Powell is going to be speaking and announcing either a 25 basis point cut or a 50 basis point cut. Hopefully it's a 50 basis point cut because that, in my eyes, would be even more bullish for the markets. But what we're seeing play out with Bitcoin is what I drew, this hypothetical chart that I drew last video, this white bar line, is playing out perfectly. What we're seeing is Bitcoin is holding up nicely above $116,000 at the recording of today's video. We have been chopping around a little bit between 114 and 116. We'll see if we get back above $120,000 and the previous all-time high set a few weeks ago. I'm really liking what I'm seeing heading into FOMC tomorrow. As you guys can see, the relative strength index is starting to pump upwards and the MACD has flipped bullish as well. So every single time the MACD has flipped above the zero line, we've seen breakouts happen with Bitcoin, and seeing that it's holding up very nicely, as well as gold hitting new all-time highs here. Look at this. Gold is literally right under $3,700. It hit it earlier today, popping out of this ascending triangle, which it was in trading for months, and now finally has broken towards the upside in price discovery mode. It being a store of value asset and a hedge against inflation, Bitcoin is most likely going to follow suit. But something that is very interesting is that I'm seeing that Bitcoin has broken away from the global M2 money supply indicator, and it has decorrelated from this indicator over the last couple months here. If we put on our 80-day offset with the global M2 money supply, you guys can see that the yellow line here up above Bitcoin's price chart has been pumping into new all-time highs, and Bitcoin hasn't been following that. And one of the biggest influencers out there that has been tracking and actually created the global M2 money supply indicator on TradingView, Colin Talks Crypto, has acknowledged that global M2 is not currently correlated to Bitcoin. But having global liquidity tick towards the upside is still extremely bullish. And in my opinion, that has propelled altcoin season. Yes, we're finally in altcoin season, 78 out of 100. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a pat on the back. A ton of large caps are pumping very nicely. Solana is up above $230. You're seeing as well other ones like Story and Pump Fund, all these big large caps are starting to actually get up to new all-time highs. Many altcoins in my personal portfolio, I see huge opportunity on the table, like Pudgy Penguins, for example, sitting at $2.16 billion in market cap. Just by looking at this chart, this is a cup and handle formation happening, and I'm expecting a breakout towards the upside with Pengu very soon here, especially with these other ones that are in my portfolio, like SPX 6900, holding above $1.20 extremely well. This chart is one of the best charts in crypto, making higher lows and higher highs. And I'm expecting a huge artificial intelligence pump towards the end of the year here because the S&P 500 is also at all-time highs right now. Look at this chart. Absolutely magnificent to see this. Literally trading at $6,611 today. Nvidia is doing very good as well, $174, and Tesla is absolutely breaking out as well. So Tesla, huge pump over the last few days here. So these massive tech stocks booming. Also gold hitting new all-time highs, the S&P 500 hitting new all-time highs. I'm expecting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to follow suit here, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Ethereum. I also see a bearish pattern. If I play both sides, devil's advocate here, I see a head and shoulders playing out with Ethereum's chart. But as long as we stay above this upward sloping trend line, which we are literally hitting it at the moment, I think that Ethereum is going to pump really nicely, and this is going to be a continuation pattern. Now, what we might see as well tomorrow, a short-term sell the news event. Maybe it lasts about a week or so, and then we start really pumping back up. But another chart that's extremely bullish that I'm following very closely is the US dollar index continuing to plummet here. Look at this, guys. At 96 on the index, it got rejected off of its previous resistance level right over here, and it's continuing to plummet. We want a weaker dollar for our risk on assets. And reminder for anybody that wants to be surrounded by the #1 community in crypto, go join my private Discord group. the Wolf Pack. It's literally $40 a month. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to join a lot of experienced investors, people that have made millions of dollars this cycle. You can see everything that I'm doing in my portfolio in real time. Now, what I'm seeing from others, which is all the other altcoins outside of the top 10, is extremely bullish, holding up above support very, very strongly. Each time that it's held above support, it's previously broken out of its range, and now we are seeing a continuation of higher lows and higher highs printing. And what we haven't seen yet this cycle is a huge new all-time high, which crushes its previous all-time high right over here that's set in 2021. We got up to those levels right here in December and November of 2024, but we didn't eclipse it by a large margin. Seeing this positive rotation into large caps is signifying to me that we are entering phase 3. We're seeing big large caps such as Solana, Pump Fund, Pengu, other ones to name a few, really start to move here. And this is just the start of the multipliers and the massive X's that we're going to see with their crypto portfolios. I'm so excited to see what happens and what transpires over the next 90-day period here. Everything is leading towards Bitcoin and crypto to really start moving here. As gold reaches that new all-time high, publicly traded companies are still buying like this right here. Michael Saylor's strategy buys 525 more Bitcoin worth 60 million bucks. They are literally still in the race to try to get as many Bitcoin as possible before the general public really starts waking up here. So Base is going to have its own token. I'm not sure if it's going to be utilized as a layer 1 or if it is going to be a utility style token, but this is going to be bullish as well, and probably an airdrop opportunity for people that are interacting on the Base blockchain. This right here is what we play for. Now, what you really want to be doing every single cycle is accumulating in the bear market and then selling in the last quarter of the last year of the cycle. Now, if you weren't here during the bear market, that's all good. This move is still going to make you a ton of money if you're in the right altcoins. And if you want more guidance on that, then definitely join the Discord group. Bitcoin dominance is still continuing to drop here after the peak of 65.85%. And I've always said that we can definitely get down below 40% this cycle, which leads us to a lot more droppage right here with the Bitcoin dominance chart as Ethereum and other top 10 altcoins take more market share. This is going to be propelling a lot more attention and eyeballs onto our other altcoins out there, which is going to in turn make you a lot of money. But something to keep in mind here with the economy is that help with mortgage search terms on Google has hit a new all-time high, the highest since the great financial crisis in 2008. This is concerning. This is something probably bubbling around the corner here, but I don't think that the next bear market is going to be as steep and as bad as previous bear markets, because institutions like BlackRock, Strategy, just to name a couple, are not going to be selling and liquidating all their assets after they've worked so hard to accumulate hundreds of millions and billions of dollars worth. So I think that this is going to be a lot different, but I think that there's going to be definitely a big sell-off with high-risk altcoins out there. So when you make those multipliers over the next couple months here, guys, make sure to take some profits. And the fear and greed is only at 50. We're not overheated on the relative strength index. The search terms for crypto are not at all-time highs. Views on YouTube are really lacking across multiple different influencer channels out there. So definitely we're not feeling that euphoric season yet. We have a lot more room in this bull run ahead of us, but we're definitely getting towards the tail end of it. We're most likely 95% finished for this cycle, but it's really that last 5%, 10% where you make the majority of the gains here. It's definitely not a sprint. It's a marathon, and you've made it towards the end here. You really just have to pay attention and lock in over the next 90 days here towards the end of the year into November, December, and you're probably going to make life-changing money. If you guys enjoyed that video, then definitely smash the like for me down below. Let's get past 100 likes on today's video. I'll make some more like this very soon here. And as always, guys, I appreciate your time for watching. I'll see you guys up in the Discord group. Have a fantastic day.